world. What's up? I'm Nola Rowe. Welcome to the Nola Rowe Experience podcast.
What's goody? What's going on?
No, I wasn't ready for you to introduce
Oh,
yourself.
I'm sorry.
I
Jumped the
realized.
gun. I was too excited.
You know what happened? I realized that I didn't say I am your host,
Oh,
which
so
I
you want to
usually
start over?
say. It's okay. It's fine.
Okay.
I kind of said it when I said I didn't say it.
It sounded the same to me.
It didn't feel good. Like,
it didn't feel
my
good.
throat
That's all that
my
matters.
throat clamped up at the end, and I think that was an indication. My throat was like, that wasn't it.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
It's okay.
All right. Yeah, it's okay. It is.
We're fine. I think the
Absolutely.
audience can forgive me.
They'll forgive you for
Yeah.
sure.
Thank you guys. You guys are
They've
awesome.
subscribed already, so they would.
Oh, thank you
yeah,
guys.
yeah.
But I'll say it next time. So,
Mm-hmm.
so how was your day?
Good. Good.
What'd you get into?
Oh my goodness. You know what's so funny? What's been playing in my head all day? You ever seen those memes and that sound that comes on? It's like, I don't never do shit at work. You never seen that?
No, sorry.
All right. So
What
there's
else
this trend, if you know, you know. That it's like a sound that plays, somebody made up a song and it's like, I don't never do shit at work. I don't never do shit at work. And then a bunch of people are just taking video of them like in a fucking chair, sitting
I
back,
promise
not doing
you
anything.
that now that you're saying it and our
You'll see
phones
it,
are
right?
here, when I log on later, that's going to be
You're gonna
the
see
first
it.
thing
And
that
then as soon as you
shows
see
up.
it, you text me like, I saw it.
You know what? Let me just tell my phone now. Can you make sure, phone, that once I log on, you show me that meme? Thanks.
Never do shit at work.
Because that's what the fuck they do anyway. So I might as well ask for it now.
Absolutely. Just put it out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I bring that up because I don't do shit at work. So
You don't do
and
it.
I was playing in my head all the
What
day.
if your work people see this and they're like, you know what? Let's just fire him. 'Cause
I know that's so funny because even me doing the like I thought about recording a video of me not doing
Nah,
shit,
bruh.
but I'm like, nah, I ain't
don't
a
do
snitch.
that.
Snitching on
Yeah.
myself.
the only
Even though I
place you
kinda
should
just did.
snitch is the podcast. Because clearly
Yes,
you're
here I
okay.
can just snitch it
There's
out.
this nurse that ended up getting fired from her job because I feel like she posted a baby that she said wasn't cute, or a baby was sick.
Yeah.
Or you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
She posted something really inappropriate, and then her job was like, but still, like, come on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have to post everything?
Yeah. I'm not gonna post anything while I'm at work.
Weird.
I don't give that much of a fuck.
Well, I'm posting at work right now because this is my work,
You see?
and it's posted.
Trying to be like you when I grow up.
Yeah, that's the only job post you should put up.
That's a fact.
Unless you're looking for a job and you got to look at job posts.
That's a fact too.
Gosh,
That's another fact.
that was
How
a
about you?
dry fact.
How was your day?
Interesting. I actually attended a viewing for viewing of a friend of mine that passed recently. Yeah, that was just I feel like we constantly need to, or we repeatedly go into these situations where something happens, and then it's like we need that to be reminded
Yeah.
of, like, when you're facing mortality, you know what I mean? Like, all of a sudden you start thinking like, that could be my brother, like,
yeah. Oh my goodness.
and you start feeling like, now I should be calling everyone every day.
Oh my goodness. I literally did that.
But then if
yesterday.
you're like me, you don't like to be on the phone all the time, so you still don't do it.
Oh, make the call.
Call your people.
Call your people.
Reach out to your people. And if you don't like talking, some people are super introverted. That's cool.
Yeah.
At least do
Send a text.
some type of reaching out.
Yeah.
Send a text. Don't send an email. That's mad
People still do that?
impersonal. I think so.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, don't send people emails. That's a tip. That's the NOLA tip of the day.
Yeah.
Text your people, hey, just checking in on you. That's that.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a fact. Yeah, that's good. You don't have to answer if you don't want to, but how? Because I haven't really been to any funerals or anything since the pandemic. So how is it? Is pretty much the same and people just wearing masks?
Yeah, it's the same. And I feel like that's the only place where everybody is masked up. Like out of everywhere I go, whether it's a store or whatever, that's the only place where every 100%
Yeah,
of the
yeah, yeah.
people, because you kind of feel like,
You're around death, and then you're like,
I think it does something to the
yeah,
psyche. Like
absolutely.
being in a funeral home, seeing a body, all of a sudden you feel like you need to wear a mask. Plus, they have it
Yeah.
on the door. The door says, "Do not enter without a mask," and I feel like people are more respectful of that sign as
Yeah,
opposed to a
sure.
sign that's like in a nail
In a
salon.
7-Eleven.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And then also, if you think about it, like, a lot of people have passed last year because of COVID. So there had to be some people who had their funerals at that funeral
Yep.
place, who
Yep.
died of COVID and had their funerals
Right.
there. So
Yep.
it's like you got to be extra conscious of that too.
Yeah. Well, I'm not very educated on this, but can a virus be transmitted from a body?
I don't think so. A dead body,
Mm-hmm.
I don't, because you're not breathing.
I have no idea. I just feel like once the host is no longer alive, can the virus? But then the virus does live on surfaces.
Yeah, it lives on. But I mean,
They
are you
said,
one of those people who's touches the body?
nah, bro.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't even want to take a picture. Like everybody had
Picture.
everybody had their cameras out because
What the
at the viewing, people take turns going to the body or whatever. And
Why would you take a picture? I've seen that before, but I just didn't.
Most people were taking pictures and doing videos.
Bruh.
Because I feel like I think some people feel like I want to, like, this is the last time I'm going to see this person.
To be honest, I don't even like to go to viewings because I don't want that to be the last memory I have of the person.
Yeah.
So I don't even really like to go to open casket things
and
like that.
The funny thing about that, it's funny that you say that because there were multiple events about this, and the viewing is the only one that I felt I should go to because that was my friend. And not that I'm not interested in hanging around everyone else. It's more of, okay, there's a party happening later, and I would rather show up for my friend.
Sure.
And like see him one last time. And I just went up there and I just said my well wishes.
Yeah.
Whispered it to him, and then I sat down. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah.
And best wishes to him and his family. And I don't even know if you planned this to be the topic.
Nah,
but
not at all. Because you asked
crazy.
me what I did today, and that's what I did. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy how the topic that we're going to be talking about today fits directly with that.
You think so?
Yeah, why not?
Okay, so how so?
Because it poses the question, what happens after we die?
Is that what we're talking about today?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was what we were talking about today.
I mean, it's part of it because because you're talking about if your life is predetermined, and
or are you creating it as you go,
or are you creating it as you go?
Yeah.
And
I see how that can be connected to death. Yeah.
Yeah. Either way, it's like if you're creating it as you go and it ends at this point, or if it's predetermined, and it's already predetermined that your life is going to end at this point. It's still part of the conversation.
Right.
I mean,
so what do you think? Do you think that it was written? Do you think that everything is destiny? Everything was meant to be? Do you think that all of the things that you're experiencing, these things were already planned for you? Or do you think these things don't exist yet and we kind of create them as we go? That's literally been my face, no lie. I swear to God, like 3-4 years it's taken me to answer this question, because when it first came up to me, I posted it on social media, and in my post I was like, I don't have an answer. I just want to see what you guys are saying, because I can't answer. I had no idea. But then recently I came to an answer, which is my answer, but I am still open to the fact that, one day I might learn something new, and then my answer might change.
You know what's so crazy? I literally had my answer, and I planned out exactly what I was gonna say about this topic up until just now.
I feel like I know what your answer was, and I feel like I know what it changed to. So I'm gonna let you
Tell my answer.
Yeah, and then I'll tell you if I'm right.
So up until just now, when you asked me, it really started to
And not
stir
to
in
cut
my
you,
mind.
Melee, but that's how my answer came too.
Really?
Like up until a moment, I was like, "Yo, I just got my answer." That's literally how my answer came into play. Like one moment, I was like, "Whoa, light bulb situation," and at 10 o'clock, it's one thing, and 10:02.
But it's now the opposite for me. Like I had my answer, and now I'm not sure about my answer.
Gotcha. So, what was your answer? Or go ahead. Where
So
are you thinking?
I've had many situations in which I've experienced or felt like that everything that we do is predetermined. There's been just so many things that have happened in my life that I just can't call it coincidence. I can't say that just happened, or it was luck, or what I mean? Like none of that other stuff makes sense and feels right. What feels right is that it was planned this way. It was set up for me to walk this path, to be here at this moment, at this time, to meet these people at this time in my life, at this, and I'm still, to be honest, stronger with that belief. I'm still stronger with that belief. So if you really ask me, I would say, yeah, I think that everything is predetermined. I'm not 100% on that fence, but I would say at least like 85. I'm on that fence. Like, what I remember the first time that this idea even really hit me. One time I used to perform, because I've been performing music for a long time. So like, I'm trying to remember how old I was. I was definitely in my teens, maybe 18, maybe 17. I had my car, so I had to be like 18, probably like 18. And my brother is 4 years younger than me. So he was like 14 or 15 at the time. And so it was me and him were going to perform at this club in Long Island. At the time, it was the hottest teen club.
That's so cool.
In Long Island. I don't know if teen clubs are still a thing, but they used to teen parties. There used to be teen parties popping. So we used to go to these teen parties. We would perform at all these teen parties. But this was the biggest, or one of the biggest clubs in our area at the time. So we were like, and we finally get the opportunity to perform here. So it's like huge. We're like, yo, we performing at this spot. It's going to be crazy. We so hyped up. We so turned up, like ready to go. We get to the night, and my friend Shadrach comes with me. You know Shadrach. So my friend Shadrach comes with us. So it's just us three, me, Jules, and Shadrach. So we go to this club, and we're like hype. We get to the door. We're about to perform, and I don't know if you ever experienced this, but back in the day, all the time, it used to be an issue with dress code. Every freaking thing was an issue with dress code. You can't wear this. You can't wear this color. You can't. It's so crazy.
Because when you're younger, you're not. Sometimes you don't even have certain things in your closet.
Yeah,
too.
like and it's racist shit. Let's really be honest about it.
Okay.
It's racist shit. They no baggy pants. Who wears baggy pants?
That's
most
so
of the time?
funny that the place that we were at yesterday. Their dress code, me and my brother kept laughing about it. I was like, their dress code says no baggy pants. Like, this is a little off topic, but just to inject a little bit. No Timbs, no baseball caps, no T-shirts. And I was like, bro, that's literally every dude in Brooklyn, right?
I mean, we know what it is.
Yeah.
We know who they're trying to keep out.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was one of those situations. But we knew that. I've been freaking kicked out of so many places and turned down at the door so many times. We knew that. So we go up to this place. I just got these skinny jeans that was like way too tight. They were like red skinny jeans, and I gave them to Shadrach. And we just happened to have like an extra pair of pants in the car, but he had these skinny jeans on. Actually, no, I'm sorry. He had these skinny jeans on, and we get to the door, and they said no red.
What?
No red.
Wow.
The pants are not baggy because we know, like, they can't be baggy.
Yeah.
We get to the door, he said no red.
Wow.
No fucking red.
Okay, and what's the reason for that?
We know it's probably Bloods.
Right, okay.
They think that he's blood.
Gang
And you know
colors.
Shadrach.
Yeah, he ain't no blood.
Fucking far from a blood.
Yeah.
So whatever. So they say no red. So we're like, all right, whatever. We tussle with the guy a little bit and try to argue, whatever. He doesn't want to let us in. So
tussle or
not tussle,
argue? Okay.
just like a little,
gotcha.
argument back and forth.
Mm-hmm.
So he's not going to let us in. So we go back home. He changes his pants. We come back again. We get to the door. It was something else. So he said something, one other thing, some stupid shit. Maybe, I don't know, the sneakers, no sneakers or something like that. We get to the door, so no sneakers. We go back, change the sneakers, come back with the shoes. Oh, no, your shirt is too baggy or something like that. Another thing. We getting to the point where, like, they're not going to let us in.
Wow.
They don't want to let us in.
Yeah.
I'm telling the guy, look, we're performing. We're on the flyer. We're performing. Nah, you can't wear that. You can't wear this. Multiple times. We go back like 4 times. Back to the house and back to the club 4 times.
Wow.
The 5th time, I'm like, bro, I'm so dead set on performing at this club. I'm willing to go to jail tonight.
Wow.
Like I'm like, yo, I'm willing to go to jail tonight for this. Like, we've been waiting for this for a long time. We promoted the hell out of this. There's mad people in there waiting for us.
Yeah, right.
And this guy's basically being an asshole for no reason. He doesn't want to let us in. So we go. We're about to go. I'm telling me and Jules is, fucking from Brentwood. We like, yo, we just gonna punch him in the face.
Yeah.
We just gonna punch him in the face. He's probably gonna fuck us up.
Yeah.
I'm 18. He's 15.
Yeah.
Whatever. He's probably gonna fuck us up. We're
Yeah.
gonna get our ass whooped. But I'm willing to do that tonight.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at. So I'm like, all right, yo, that's how it's going tonight. We're gonna go to the door one more time. We fixed everything. We went back 4 times. And if he says we're not letting you in, we're just gonna stall on him. We're gonna have a brawl in the front of this spot and take what comes with it. Shadrach's like, no, guys, please don't do this. I'm like, Shadrach, I'm doing this. Me and Jules is like, yo, we doing this. It is what it is. We doing it.
Yeah.
He's like, please, guys, don't do this. Don't do this. I'm like, yo, I don't know what to tell you. This is what's going to happen. He's like, all right, before we go, let's do this. Hold my hand. Everybody hold hands. We stand in a circle and let's pray. Never fucking said a prayer in my life. In my life. He said, yo, hold my hands. Let's pray. Bow our heads. I'm going to say a prayer for us before we go in. We bow our heads. He says a prayer. Lord Jesus, help me, make sure this night goes well. They've been waiting for this, this whole thing. And we're like, okay, I'm not paying any. I'm like, whatever. I never went to church, any of that stuff. So I'm just like, whatever. I go up to the door. We're like, we're here. We're going to perform, He literally says nothing to us and lets us in.
Okay.
Literally doesn't say a word. He takes our IDs, looks at the ID, gives us back the ID, and we walk in.
That man felt the wave.
Bruh.
He felt
I'm getting
the vibe.
choked up even talking about it now. Like, that was the first time that faith, I felt what faith means. And since then, I've just been like, yo, I'm fucking blessed. Like, you can't explain that.
Yeah.
That can't be luck. That's not luck. It's not like it's a different guy or whatever. It's the same guy we've been talking to for the past 4 times.
Yeah.
Nothing, like, I can't explain that.
Is it possible that so the thing about just human interactions, right? There was this show that I used to watch called The Affair on Showtime.
Mm.
And one of the features that I love about this show is they'll have one episode with, I think, 2 or 3 parts, but each part is a different person telling the same story. So let's say the story is about a wedding, and part one is Nola. And I'll tell you, like, I went to the wedding, I saw Lisa, and she had on this beautiful pink dress, and I'm telling
Mm.
the story, right? And then part two is Melee, and you're like, I went to this wedding, and I saw Lisa, and she had on these jeans, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the third person's gonna, I mean, they're not verbally saying this, but when you're watching
They're
their
showing it.
versions,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes I'm watching and I'm like, hold on, in the other version this
It's
person
different.
had on blue. And
Mm.
then I'll rewind it and I'm like, oh shit,
They're seeing it differently.
they're seeing like completely different details of the same event, right?
Mm.
And the thing about that is we don't know what's happening on his end of this
Mm.
story. This
Mhm.
end of the his end of the story could simply be, I can't tell them anything else.
Yeah.
I'm embarrassed. I can't tell them anything else because I went through their whole fucking outfit.
Yeah.
What am I going to tell them? You got to take the black off?
Yeah.
Like, what else can I possibly tell them? But for all we know, his intuition or his protection got activated, and he probably just, for whatever reason, he has no idea why he's like, yo, let me not say anything to these guys, because he probably felt a vibe.
Yeah.
And he probably felt the wave. So it's really, sometimes it's hard to tell the whole story
Yeah.
when it's multiple people
Sure.
involved.
That's
You know what
true.
I'm saying?
That's so true.
But my guy ain't know that that was about to be his face.
Oh yeah, he didn't know. He didn't know. And I want to say that because, man, I used to be a little crazy. I used to carry this knife on me all the time when I was younger because my older brother was like a hothead, and he would get into stuff all the time. So he would have a lot of beef with people.
Yeah.
So I used to carry this knife because I'm like,
You
if
never
they,
know.
yeah, I don't want, somebody to say, oh, that's his brother.
Yeah.
I mean, so I used to carry this knife on me all the time. And I want to say that I had it with me. And, you could ask Jules, we were ready to ride that night.
So how
Some
do you
little
feel,
fucking knuckleheads.
So how do you feel that destiny and things being predetermined? Because predetermined mean that there is a higher force that already has all of our lives mapped out.
Mm-hmm.
And we're pretty much just walking
Yeah.
a story that's already been decided.
Yeah.
So you're saying that, how do you feel like that night fits into that scenario? Like, are you even saying that?
Yeah. I don't know. It just feels that way. Like it's almost like
Like this was meant to be type
yeah,
of
it's
feeling.
meant to be.
Like that
Exactly.
prayer and all of that stuff. And I totally get that.
Because it's like he was meant to, like, if Shadrach wasn't there, it would be a whole different thing. So he was meant to be there. I was meant to meet him. I mean, years before that.
Yeah.
I was meant to meet him for him to be there at
Yeah.
that. Because who knows what would have happened that night.
Yeah.
That could have been my,
Yeah.
like, made a decision that night to ruin my entire life.
You know what I don't believe in? And I think this is what helped me over the years come to my answer, like what I think it is. I believe that we create life as we go. I don't think that it's been predetermined or it's written or destiny. Sometimes things click and it feels so right. You know what I mean? And we're like, I was supposed to be in this spot. And there's just so many unexplained things that happen that kind of make us feel like this is a mystery. I don't understand what's happening here, but I just know that it's clicking. For me, it took years for me to get to this answer. And I think what happens when you tell the story and you're saying that he was meant to be there and what if he wasn't there, I think that what if is what makes us feel like it was meant to be.
Yeah.
And I stopped believing in what ifs. I stopped believing that there's an alternate thing. The only way there could have possibly been an alternate thing is if you guys made a different decision. And I feel the other thing that I feel is when we feel like all of this is already decided, right? It takes the responsibility from us.
Sure.
Now it's not on us
Yeah.
to make good decisions. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Yeah.
Because this is how it's supposed to
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
As opposed to saying, if I keep drinking water, I'm going to have better skin. If I keep drinking water, I'm going to be healthier. If I stop walking down that block where there's a dog in the middle of the block barking, I'm going to decrease the chances of being bitten.
Yeah.
If I study for my test, I'm going to pass. If I put gas in my tank before it's on E, I reduce or eliminate the chances of being stuck on the highway with no gas in my tank. I feel that every single moment of our lives, we are constantly making decisions. And these decisions play out in the long run. And we're not able to see how all of that shit is connected because there's just so many moments. There are a gazillion moments that we have to go through each day. And it's hard to recollect each moment that took us to that spot.
Sure.
And I feel like the what if and the alternate would be if you made a different decision earlier.
Yeah.
If you had said, you know what, I don't like Shadrach because he's the type that would wear a red pants. I don't want to be his friend. But you know what? I want to be friends with Toby or whoever the other guy is. But then Toby would be the one to do the punching.
Yeah, sure.
It's crazy. Like,
it's so crazy.
It took me years and years and years and years to come to this decision. And I'm like, a part of what helped me with that was Sadhguru. He's a part of what helped me come to that answer because I'm listening to him and he's like, a lot of people who are going through depression, he's like, it takes very powerful emotional energy to create depression.
Sure.
And if you can grab that energy and redirect it in a different direction, you can actually create how you end up feeling and how you end up maneuvering through your emotional space. So instead of depression, it could be bliss, because that's the word he uses, right? Bliss. And it's all based on decisions, and these decisions are based on programming. So a lot of times you're like, how can I stop myself from being depressed? How can I stop myself from being sad? Like, we were already taught from young, as soon as something goes wrong, oh my gosh, are you okay? You fell down. Oh my God, poor baby. Like, you're already programmed from jump to feel like every little thing that occurs that doesn't feel good or is uncomfortable, it's a tragedy. Yeah. So now, the older you get, the bigger the so-called bad things are, right? And now the tragedies are becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. And before you know it, you're fucked up because you feel like your life is a shit show. Yeah. But I do believe we create life as we go. You wake up in the morning and you decide to brush your teeth. You decide to floss. You decide to use mouthwash. You decide that in the middle of the day after having lunch, you're going to brush your teeth again. You decide that before bed, you're going to floss again. You decide that before you go to sleep, you're going to brush your teeth again. And
it's my life.
We are sitting next to each other, and I might decide that I'm not going to brush my teeth for 3 days when I go to bed at night. I'm not going to floss ever. And I end up having a disease or something in my brain, because your teeth affects your health. Your teeth affects your whole body and your brain, right? I might end up with that because of those little decisions that I was making. Yeah. I could end up with high blood pressure because I'm not giving up the salt. Yeah. Or diabetes because of the sugar. So I feel like we are constantly making decisions. And when you believe that you're deciding your life, you become more powerful. In my opinion.
True. I hear you.
Because now you're like, you know what? Let me do this instead of that.
Yeah. You take the power in your choice. And accountability. I really feel like it's a mixture of both. I
went through that moment too, where I was like, it's a mixture of both.
Because I feel like it's like it's a path that's already paved for you. Yeah. And you can decide because they always say that the biggest gift that God gave us is choice.
Yeah.
So, the paths are there. They're already paved. The destinations are already there.
Are they there, or do we create them as we go?
I think you choose the path. I don't know if you create the destination. I think you choose the path. The destination and the path is already there.
I think we assume the path already exists because we're educated enough to understand possibilities. And because we know of the possibilities, we're assuming they exist. Because a 3-year-old, like Pharaoh, my son, when he was 1, the first thing he did, I'm never going to forget, is his first birthday. There's a candle on the cake. He saw the fire. It is there flickering on the candle. He's like, what is that? And he grabs the fire. A person who is way more experienced, we understand the possibilities. So now we feel like there are so many ways that this could go. Sure. He doesn't feel that way.
Yeah.
He doesn't know that.
He doesn't know.
So is he wrong? No.
Absolutely not.
He's just still learning.
It's his experience.
Right. And I feel like our experiences helps us to create possibilities, and we assume that, okay, there are so many paths that are available. Actually, you're creating the path. All that other shit is your imagination, because they don't exist.
The other paths?
Yeah, they don't exist.
Sheesh.
Until you create them. So stop brushing your teeth.
You see? You see?
Stop brushing your teeth. And then you're going to create that path. But it's not there already. It doesn't exist yet because you haven't created it yet. And it took me a long time to be comfortable saying what I just said.
Yeah.
I haven't always felt that way. This is new shit that I'm still nervous saying.
Yeah.
But I'm also very open to the possibilities and to the fact that you get more information, you change your mind.
Yeah. That's true. Man, this is such a great conversation. I really want to push this conversation into our audience. I want to have a huge Discord about this. I would love to, really get people involved and see what different people think, because this is one of those things, like we spoke about this earlier. This is one of those things that there is no fact behind this.
There is no fact.
Even all scientists and nobody knows this topic. So it's like, this can go so many ways. I would love to see what other people have to say.
Facts.
And if there's other perspectives, because we only brought up, these two.
Absolutely.
But man, imagine the possibilities.
It makes me think of the devil. When people are blaming the devil for things that they do and things that they decide.
Yeah.
And people are like, the devil made me do it type of shit.
Oh my God.
And completely taking accountability away from yourself and blaming it on an outer entity so that you don't have to deal with the repercussions. And a part of me feels like that's when people rely strongly on destiny.
Yeah.
And people rely strongly on the fact that these things are existing no matter what I do.
Mm-hmm.
If things exist no matter what you do, what's the point of making a choice?
Mm-hmm.
If it already exists and it's going to happen regardless, why are you making a choice? Why don't I just lie down on the floor and let this shit happen?
But it won't happen. That's the thing.
Exactly. You have to get up and create it.
Yeah.
You have to. But you know what's funny about this? You can create life however you want to, because some people will argue, well, I did this, I did that, and this still happened.
Yeah.
Because you're not the only person here creating. There are other people creating too. Mm-hmm. Now, you can sit there, and this is an analogy that I talked about before. You can plant this beautiful garden. Mm-hmm. You did the perfect watering, the perfect soil, light, nutrients, everything. Mm-hmm. But then one day your neighbor decides he's just going to walk and step all over that shit. Mm-hmm. Did you not do your best with your garden?
Sure.
Yes, you did. But there's an outside entity that can affect what happens to you. Mm-hmm. People can affect what happens to you no matter what your choices are. So it's not about saying, hey, make the correct choices so that life will always be perfect. It won't be, because you're not the only person out here making decisions. That dude that decided to drive drunk might be the end of your life.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's like I said, this is my answer for now.
Yeah,
but
I hear you.
The more educated I become and the more I learn, it's possible that you don't know.
Yeah, we don't know shit.
Don't know.
And it's so crazy because I love what you said about the power being in the choice. You having that power in your choice. But a part of me feels like there's a lot of power in destiny too, because it's like, if you have that confidence that this shit is already planned out for me, whatever choice I make is gonna make towards this great destination. I feel like there's a lot of power in that too. It's like, yo, I'm on a path, so I know I'm making the right choices because the path is already.
But you're
paid
not
for me.
making a choice because it was already decided for you. You think you're making a choice. If it was already decided, then what are you doing? You're just doing what's coming to you. This is coming. Where is it coming from? You decide. But you're not making a choice when it's predetermined. You're pretty much riding a wave. You're going with the flow. You're riding a wave, and psychologically, I feel like that's a part of why a lot of people are depressed. Because what's happening in my life? Like, I'm not able to control anything, and everything is just going wrong. And my life is so fucked up. And every time I try, I fail. Because you're not taking responsibility for what's happening to you. You're blaming it on something else. No. How about you stop scrolling all day? How about you stop procrastinating? Not saying that's what everybody's doing, but these could be simple factors that we overlook. So when you wake up in the morning, instead of picking up the phone and talking people business, why don't you just look out the window and be inspired by nature, or be inspired by the city, draw a picture, read a book, listen to a dope podcast like the Nola Experience podcast.
That's right.
Make a choice and do something that's feeding you, and then give it a little while and see what happens.
I hear you.
But I also do believe in a multiverse, which is a whole other conversation. Which is a whole.
Oh my god.
We're not gonna go there, but this can go like.
Oh my goodness.
We can go into a rabbit hole and then find a rabbit hole in the rabbit hole, and then find a rabbit hole in the rabbit hole in the rabbit hole, and just.
I was thinking about that, but I was like, oh.
And
I'd rather have the the conversation with
a
bunch of people and see what everyone thinks. Maybe when we do our live, or maybe we can extend this conversation into something else.
Yeah, let's connect with the people for sure. I love hearing other people's opinions. People are usually, I don't care what other people think. I like what people think.
Me too.
And something else that Sadhguru says, he says a lot of times we feel like we're having deja vu. We feel like we're having coincidence. He dispels a lot of shit that makes me upset. I was like, I want to have deja vu. Excuse me.
I want to feel that.
Let me think it's deja vu, sir. But he was like, imagine when you're driving a car. Let's say you go 10 miles or whatever. Your eyes are absorbing millions of details that you're not aware of. Right? You keep seeing so many things, that people, places, things, activities, events. You see them and you don't realize that you're seeing them. Because your focus is, this guy in front of me is driving too slow, or whatever. And then one day you might see one of those things again that you didn't realize you saw to begin with. And then you have the memory in your subconscious, like you don't realize it's there. And then you have that experience again and you're like, oh my gosh, I've experienced this before. And he's like, yeah, you did when you was driving that day. Right? Exactly. And I was so mad at him in the car. I'm like, how dare you? Because I listen to him when I drive. I'm like, excuse me, sir. I think you're right, but I want to have my deja vu.
You dispelled my belief system. That's awesome.
Yeah, but that's what life is about. Just giving yourself the opportunity to say, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm open to new knowledge. I'm open to being a sponge and expanding. And
I'm 100% on that.
Yeah.
Right
so
now. I don't know nothing.
Is life planned for you already?
Yes.
Maybe there's
and
somebody
no.
up there just making you run this maze for their entertainment. Like, you know what? Melee is going to drive down Oak Street and hit that fire hydrant. And as soon as he
Don't
hits
put that
it.
on my life.
Sorry. My bad.
Put that on my life.
Oops, my bad. But that's the puppet hand.
Yeah.
Maybe there's
On the
someone
strings.
who's puppeting us, or a force.
Anunnakis.
Oh,
Come on,
here
we
we
can't
go.
go there. We can't go there.
Here we go. You don't want to talk about lizards and shit.
My bad. Look, we gotta end it.
But there's also a possibility that every single thing you do is creating your future.
Yeah.
And in that version, you have to be responsible for your shit.
Sure.
Nobody but you is predicting or creating your life. So
you are God in your life. Some facts.
I feel like after that, honestly, I feel like I have to take a deep breath to go into these
That's
adrenaline
good.
questions.
That's good. Yeah. Deep breath.
You want to take a breath?
Yeah.
All right.
Inhale.
That feels good. I'm ready for these questions. He better not ask me about sex. I'm tired of him. I'm tired of this.
The lowdown.
All right, so guys, we are tapping into segment 2, which is the let's say it together.
Okay.
SOAQ.
I don't know why I want to throw AK in there so bad.
Okay, let's start over.
No AKA. The
SOAQNA,
aka the adrenaline.
Okay, let's start over.
Okay.
SOAQNA, aka
the
adrenaline question of the day. This is the segment where our producer, Shot of Adrenaline, asks us these random questions that we don't plan. We have no idea what he's about to ask us. Mm-hmm. And whether or not it gets awkward, we have to answer. So, let's go. Ready. What's my dream Christmas present?
You see, he's trying to get info. It's December.
Oh, in that case, I'm going to change my answer. Because
it's December.
Nah, let me
it's
change
2
my
weeks
answer,
before
bro.
Christmas. He's smart.
You know what? Let me change my answer then. If you weren't here,
he would have got you on that one.
I would have said a dumb answer, but now let me say the smart answer. My dream Christmas present is a boat.
A boat?
Yeah, a yacht.
A yacht?
Yeah, a yacht.
A boat and a yacht is a big difference.
A boat and yacht is not the same thing?
Well, there's a boat and there's a yacht.
So a yacht is not a type of boat?
A yacht is a type of boat, but
okay.
There's a boat and then there's a
Well, I want a yacht. So you're saying that a yacht is specific?
Yacht is specific.
Okay, I want a yacht.
A yacht. Yachi.
I want a yacht.
Little yachi.
But really, in reality, I don't celebrate Christmas and I don't do gifting. So like,
not open to receiving gifts either.
People give me stuff, and I never say no to any type of offering. Like whether it's advice, material stuff, I never say no. Like I'm always open to accepting blessings. But if I don't get a gift, I don't feel like, oh my gosh, you know what I'm saying? I'm past that. Feeling some type of way around the holidays, but I am way more into charity.
Yeah.
And doing nice things for the community, whether it's kids or whoever.
It's good.
Yeah.
Worst dining experience.
That was kind of low, bro. You're gonna have to say that.
What was my worst dining experience? I remember one time I went to this place. I'm trying to think if this is the worst, but it's definitely up there. I remember one time I went to this place and I don't know what they were doing. I'm trying to remember, what was it? I feel like it was Red Lobster. You know how they have the Red Lobster biscuits are so good? Mm-hmm. I remember seeing fingerprints in the biscuits. Yes.
You know what?
Bro, I was so tight because Red Lobster biscuits smack.
But then also, excuse me, at that point, you don't want to stay.
No. I think we we definitely did. Skipped out on that bill.
Wow.
Yeah.
You skipped out on the bill?
Yeah, that was the first thing.
Wow. Why are you telling people that on the podcast? They're gonna say, Nola Rose.
Try to find me. You can try. But
all right.
years ago. Yeah, so that was crazy because
You
them
grab my
biscuits is
biscuit.
good.
I'm paying.
And
I'm
then
not
it was
paying this
like
bill.
I don't even know. Like it just didn't make any sense. Like why are there obvious
Yo, you was
indents?
squeezing the shit out of
Yeah,
that
like
biscuit.
somebody was like, "Fuck you, motherfucker." I'm like, damn, bro.
And then there's a booger in the bottom of the basket.
Yeah, like, whew. Okay, so yeah, that was probably the worst.
Wow. Where do I want to retire? I don't have a spot that I want to settle in. I kind of feel like I believe that people shouldn't be anchored to one spot. Like move around, but I know for sure that I'm going to have a base in Guyana for sure. Like that's my home. That's my heart. My soul was created there. So, or my soul came into this world there, I should say, because maybe I was created where the unicorns are or something.
Jupiter.
Okay, what's the next question? Because I don't know how to respond to this Jupiter thing, but yeah.
My most irrational fear. Oh man, I remember I used to have. I don't even know if it's a fear anymore. I don't think so, but I used to have this fear of bats. And
I don't think that's irrational.
It's irrational because where the hell am I gonna freaking be in contact with a bat? I mean, I definitely have seen bats in Long Island, but the only reason I had this fear is because I used to wear a fro. And one time I heard that bats fly in your hair and get stuck. And
so were you walking around every day with your fro just looking left,
I would
right?
when it got dark, I would always just be like, yo, I gotta go inside.
What the fuck? You know what?
Yeah, that's why it was irrational.
You've come a long way in life, bro.
Come a long way.
You've come a long way.
But just imagine that though, like it's stuck. You know what I mean? And it's
I actually grew up in a place where bats would come into your house and everybody would hit the floor.
Oh,
because that's how in Guyana, like that stuff like that would happen back in the day.
I would lose my. Well, I don't think I would have that fear anymore, but maybe I do. Damn.
Wow.
I would lose my shit if a bat just flew in here right now. Yeah.
Gosh, can we have a bat?
Oh.
God, if a bat could just fly in here right now, shit, that would be nice. What's one thing I would never do again? I will never lie again. Ooh, you will always be my friend.
My friend.
Yeah.
I don't know the song. Sorry.
Clearly. Yeah.
Lie?
It's a hard question. That's why I sang a song.
Oh, so you're trying to skip on the question.
It's
basically.
hard.
So you're trying to skip on the question.
It's a hard question, and I'm trying not to admit that it's hard. You keep forcing me to say it's hard.
To say the answer.
Something I would never do again.
Never do again. You know you have the answer in your head already.
I have two answers, but I can't have y'all out here thinking crazy about me. No, I'm not saying that.
Say them both. All right, the less revealing one.
No, the less revealing one is a lie. I was about to say I would never do that again, but I probably would.
Yo, why are you resisting so much?
No, I'm not resisting. It's hard to find any other ones because the two that came to mind, one I know I'll do again, and one I'll never tell you motherfuckers.
Oh my God, you always have those answers.
Yo, because y'all don't know, bro. I've done lived a life, son.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, wait. We skipped it?
I think we're moving on.
Just say anal. Come on, you just say it. Just say it. We know that's it.
Wait, hold on. That wasn't it? But thanks for the answer. Let's use that. Let's use that. Yeah, let's use that.
That's her answer, everyone.
Yeah, let's use that.
That is her answer.
No, that wasn't it.
All right.
It didn't even cross my mind. But
That's so
you know,
funny.
that's a good one. Yeah, let's go with that.
Use that answer. I'm trying to get rid of them all. Which social platform am I most drawn to?
You're not trying to get rid of them all. I don't see you trying.
I'm not at all. What am I most drawn to? TikTok is becoming a little annoying. I like TikTok, but it's a lot, it's a lot of the same stuff. And the trendy thing is like...
it's exhausting too.
Yeah, sometimes it could be creative and cool, but like it's still like a little weird.
Yeah, you're tired of dancing.
I gotta say Facebook, because Facebook is about to take it to a whole nother level with this metaverse thing.
So now it's meta.
Yeah, and I'm a techie, so like that.
Okay.
I mean, I'm as much as I want to stop using social media, that I can't get away from that. That's gonna be too crazy.
It's really the thread of the world now. Like that's what sews everything together.
Yeah. So, Facebook, Meta, aka Meta.
What would I do if I had an extra hour in my day? Sleep. Sleep.
I love sleep. Don't you just love like sleep?
Sleep is so nice.
Sleep is great, man. I wish they sold it in cans.
I don't like shit in cans.
Bags.
It will have metal in it.
Plastic bags.
I like it the way it comes.
Okay.
Yeah, this is good. Thank you. It's
no paper.
People
paper
like
bags?
you that's been fucking up the world. Yo, let's figure out a way to package this and sell it. No,
let's sell it to them. Sell them sleep.
I'm good with this.
That's good though. Sleep is always good. What would I spend my first $1 million on? Land. Land with a house on it. Cause I want to own the land too. Yeah, that would be it. Like I'll definitely get something that I will have forever. I can pass down from generation to generation to generation. So a huge house with a lot of land.
What was my biggest missed opportunity?
Oh my God, I have one.
I was in the process of and just to be clear, I don't think it's missed. It's just that it falls into that somehow. I was in the process of creating a cooking show with a production company in Texas. And there were just so many promises. It was going to be on Apple TV, like a bunch of different things. And there were just so many things that weren't clicking with the contract, so many things that weren't clicking with the language that they were using. I ended up hiring an attorney to read the contract for me because I'm like, this contract is not clicking. Let a lawyer read it because lawyers understand that language better. She read it and she was just scratching her head too. She was like, girl, run for the river or whatever people say.
Run for the river.
Yeah, and I ended up not signing the contract, not going through with it. But funny enough, the pandemic hit, so it wasn't going to happen anyway. But then I see other people still moving forward with certain things with that company. And I'm like, best wishes. Maybe it'll work out for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I don't think it's missed because I still see you having a freaking successful cooking show.
Absolutely. And a successful everything else. Like, one opportunity isn't the end-all, be-all.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure. Do I believe in ghosts? Nah. I don't believe in ghosts. I guess I gotta see it to believe it, but I've never seen it and I don't really believe in it. I think people's experiences with ghosts are they're almost like the deja vu thing, like their lived experiences playing, like their mind playing tricks on them. So nah, I don't really believe in ghosts.
Do I think I would survive a zombie apocalypse?
Good one.
I feel like this world is already a zombie apocalypse.
And you have survived.
And I've been here so far. Because I experience a lot of shit every day where I'm like, yo, y'all are parasites.
Yeah.
You all are zombies sucking the life out of people. It's just in another form.
Yeah.
Maybe you're not biting my body, but you're either biting my mental health,
Yeah.
you're biting my wallet,
Mm.
you're biting my experiences.
Mm.
So fuck, like,
Yeah.
I'm surviving right now.
So yes.
Yeah.
Hard yes.
It's a hardish yes. Because some days I'll be
Hardish,
like, you know what?
No, I ain't gonna survive.
Yeah. But we here. A lot.
What am I a total snob about? What am I a total snob about? I could definitely be a little anal sometimes about certain things. What am I a total snob about? I'm a little relaxed. I'm for the most part relaxed. I could be a little snobbish about, like, excuse me. When people try to twist facts, that bothers me a little bit.
You think that's snobby? I feel like that's a
I do,
logical reaction.
I feel like it's a little snobby because it's like,
you don't like your girlfriend wearing makeup.
I mean, I don't.
That's snobby.
You think that's snobby?
Yeah, because you're telling another person what to do with their face.
No, I'm not telling them what to do.
Yes,
I'm just giving my perspective.
Yeah, but if that perspective isn't met with the correct thing,
then
you're a
I'm
snob.
okay with it.
Lies.
What are you talking about?
Lies.com/why is you lying?
What are you talking? I'm completely okay
He
with
out
it.
here lying like
Listen, if you wear makeup,
bed.
I don't like it. It's true. But that's as far as it goes. Hey, I don't like it. I'm not gonna say I ain't going out with you if you got the makeup.
Oh my gosh. Oh my I thought lightning was about to strike you, bro. I had to move. Fuck, I saw a light. I was like, shit. I don't want to be in the crossfire when lightning strike his.
That's too funny.
His ass.
I guess I'm a snob about a lot of things. But I don't like when people alter facts. And the reason why I say that is because I could just let it be and let them be dumb, but I would get snobbish about it. Like no. You can't. The sky is not purple. Okay? It's not purple.
Sometimes the sky is purple.
Sometimes it's purple. Another color. That is not color of the sky. Which the sky is a lot of colors a lot of times.
Yeah.
Green. I've never seen a green sky. Orange for sure. Purple for sure. Blue for sure.
This answer, I don't like it.
Okay, me
It's going into many different
I don't like
directions.
twist people altering facts. All right. What did they call it last year? Fake news. I don't like fake news. All right. Yeah.
Fake news.
Exactly.
All right. Gosh.
Wonderful as always.
The seat is not hot anymore. It's cool now.
It's cooling now.
I'm comfortable now.
Yeah, that was such a good episode.
Yeah, but also adrenaline question. Like usually my blood pressure will go up. I would get scared and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
This time I feel like it wasn't as crazy.
Except for that one question that you did not answer.
Wait.
We'll just let it slide.
Yeah, I already forgot that there was that one question. Okay, forget
the
it.
Only one, because I mean, I guess that's the goal of the questions, to stump you.
Yo,
to not
that
answer.
Question. I'll probably tell you guys one day in my book. But anyway,
the book.
You all are our experience, and we are delighted and excited and very, very thrilled to be your experience. Thank you all for showing up again, listening, watching, tuning in, liking, subscribing, reviewing, commenting, sharing, all of the ings. And remember, every time you do things like that, you tell the algorithm that you like us, and the algorithm tells other people that we exist, and you help us grow, guys. Look at that.
Yeah.
See
how that works?
They make a decision and it creates an outcome.
Catalyst. That's what they call that.
You think that's destiny or people at work?
That's destiny.
People at work.
And people at work.
What else?
You are destined to follow us. Let it be. Just let it be.
I love it.
Yeah.
Thank you all.
Thank you, guys. Peace.
Later. Why are you doing that? That's not nice.
That's how you do it.
Bye.